Hello. All right. How are you? How is everybody? You good?
Everything
How's everyone?
good.
And, if your place is quiet, you can unmute if you want, so that we can have a conversation. Yeah. And unless you're in some quiet, very busy place, then of course you probably need to mute lah. Okay. And what I like to do is quite a lot of questions, and these are very good questions. And I wonder, other than asking me and writing them down on the chat about all the questions you've raised, have you ever asked your upline or your Ruby mentor about these questions before?
没有
Why not? 为什么没有？为什么没有问过？ Right? So anyway, so very important. It's okay, but I think you know, there are so many people who want to ask, want to help you, and so don't. So it's being a bit irresponsible, right? If you don't ask, 对不对？
对对对
Right? I mean, 有人要帮助，然后你又不问的话，I mean, but you know, this is not you only, you know, this is, you know, and I don't want you to feel bad for this, because most people don't ask also, right? And but I want you guys to understand that不要浪费咯, right? if there are ways to help you become successful, then use it. Okay, now, because I don't want any of you and in the future all your downlines, I don't want them to say, and you to say, that I cannot do one, you know, because and then you get to a point where I cannot do one, then I say I will 买走了，我不要做了，不要了， you know, all that kind of stuff. And
知道就不要聽你咪。
and I've done New Skin for 18 years. I've seen many people, you know, come in and out, and I think sometimes the saddest thing I see, sometimes the saddest thing that I see is it's not that they quit, you know, is that they don't use all the tools, they don't ask, they don't learn. These things 是可以做的，你可以学，你可以问，你可以听，你可以不好意思问，你可以问其他人的，你可以看书的 ，right? But 不能，因为不能够做放弃的话呢，这个是不应该的， right? 这不应该的， right? And that is sad. It's not that it's difficulty, you know. It's just that 你还没有用完全你能够用的 resources 就放弃了， you know, like it's like you are in a hole, right? And then there is a string, there is a ladder, there is you know, all the tools there, and then you say, oh, it's too difficult, I cannot, I don't know how, and then you give up and you die in the hole, right? Without using all the tools. Okay, so just promise that you use all the tools, ask the questions, right? Because I can tell you a fact. There's a fact like that. You know, you may not know how now, but you will know how 6 months from now or a year from now, right? You may not be good now, but you'll be better 6 months from now, or even 1 month from now, or even 1 year from now. True? Is it true? It's true, isn't it, right? Okay, good. So I'm glad that all of you are here. Maybe some of them are busy, it's okay. But I am glad that you're all here. So I'm gonna I'm going to try to answer all the questions that you have. And I put them on a PowerPoint, basically easier for me to look at. And let's see if we can answer these questions, okay? Okay, so we have the questions over here. All right, and I kind of, there are quite a lot of categories, so I just put them here, okay? And then there are quite a lot, about 22 questions, you know, so I don't know how long we'll finish it, but I'll just go through them as much as I can, okay? And if you have a question, you can raise your hand. The reason I mute everybody is because everyone is, you know, it's quite loud, Lord. That's a problem, you know, quite loud. Okay. Okay, so so we not have not enough time, tight schedule. So this is a common problem, right? 就是说不够时间咯, you know, and you have a tight schedule. And I understand, right? So a lot of you are busy, a lot of you are working part-time, and a lot of you are, you know, have to handle kids. Of course, I understand as well. And of course, you have to manage your own time. You have to manage your own priorities. You have to manage your own schedule, okay? And yes, these are true concerns. Time is limited. And of course, one of our goals is that you can quickly, you know, build, you know, enough so that you can leave your job so that you have more time, right? Because, you know, 9 to 5 is very hard to do the business because you really don't have time, right? So, so for me is I have to, I just have to work harder. I have to make phone calls right now. I believe there is enough time. So I think number one, and I hope somebody here can type notes, right? Somebody here can type notes for each of the answers, right? So maybe just write number one. So I believe that there's enough time. So I think step one in trying to handle this is to have a change in mindset and to start to think that there is enough time. There is abundance of time. The reason why is I'm not trying to cheat you. I'm not asking you to cheat yourself to say you really don't have time, but you say you got time. Because I believe we all have the same amount of time. I believe that it is a mindset thinking that when you start to say you don't have enough time, you will operate in not enough time kind of mode, right? Mode, right? 就是那个，当你一讲起我没有时间，你就在那个没有时间的那种状况里面开始行动。然后当你没有时间的话，那你就根本不会想到有方法去做。So once you think that there is no time, you stop looking for opportunity. You stop looking for ways to do it. Once you say you don't have enough time, okay? But when you say to yourself, there is more than enough time, then you will start looking for ways to maybe you can't do 3 BOMs, maybe you can't do 2 BOMs, maybe you have just enough time to send one message to one person to send them the napkin BOM video, okay? So for me is when I understand you don't have time, you're busy and kids and all that, I understand. But in my conversation is there's enough time. And I think you want to start from there's enough time and then find a way, find a possibility. I think you know and I know that even though you're very busy, I don't think you're busy 24 hours, 7 days. You know, I believe there's enough time to go to the bathroom to sit there, right? There's enough time for you to look at some stupid videos. There's enough time to look at some newspapers. There's enough time to talk shit or whatever gossip. True. So I'm sure there's enough time. Okay. So you just have to change your mindset to say there's enough time and find a way. Okay. And I understand, again, I understand that you have tight time, you have many things to do, but I don't want you to say this too many times that it becomes an excuse, that it becomes a very simple reason. I don't have time. Understand? Because if you do it once, you do it twice. You do it twice, you can never stop saying this. So you have to stop that conversation, prioritize your time, right? And find time, or make time, right? Find time or make time, or schedule a time, right? You have to learn to schedule. You can put your family time, number one, okay? Work time, family time, okay? And then those times that you have, those are the times that you will use. Even though you have 5 minutes, you do something quick. Even though you have 20 minutes, you do something quick. You find those times, okay? All right, good. Number two, face still very thick, scared to take action. Now, I addressed this in last Thursday's talk about how to handle how people see you. I'm not going to talk about it again, but I want you to go watch that video. I hope that you, with this question, have it answered if you watch that video on how to handle your face, right? I told you, you do not need your face for freedom. I put that as a quote as well, true, right? And your face eventually will be priceless when you become an MDC, okay? You don't need that, right? Now, if you're too scared to take action, then I always say you need a breakthrough. And today I kind of addressed that. I told you that the sign that when you know you need to do something is when you are afraid. So if you are scared to take action, then you should be very happy that that feeling of scared is your chance to break through. So whenever you are afraid, right, just say, Willing says, when I'm afraid, it is a chance to break through, right? And it is up to you to break through. No one else can do this for you. You have to force yourself to break through, okay? And I can tell you this, you will not die, okay? You will not die, but you will be born again, okay? You will not die, but you will be born again, okay? So, would you like to die or born again? Born again lah, all right? So number three, dare not send that KBM. Okay, well, okay. So I understand, you know, like if you blast out 100 BOM and then to your friends and say, oh my God, then they'll know. And if they know, then I can never communicate with them. Possible, it's possible, okay? So if you're afraid of doing that, don't do that, right? You know, if you don't do 100, if you're so scared to send to 100 and you're afraid to lose and waste this network, then do 1 lah, then do 2 lah, then do 3 lah, do 10, right? And then before you do the 10, you talk to them, hey, you know what? You know I'm doing news here. Yeah. I'm gonna send you a video. It's a short 12 minutes only. Hey, take a look at this video. Tell me if it makes sense. And then tell me if you know anybody who'd be interested. It's only 12 minutes. Just watch it. Just do that now. So before you send, you preempt the guy first and you send it out. All right. Now, if you feel that my BOM is not good, okay, it's fine. Too long, it's okay. Then do your own. Do your own YouTube Netkin BOM. Just, you know, I used to take a piece of paper, the camera's right here, and then I just film without my face and I just write it down. Do that. And if you think that is good because it's more personal, then use that approach. Okay? So just be careful for number 3 that sometimes, you know, human beings are like this. How can I do 100? I don't want to waste 100. So that you over exaggerate the problem of 100 BOMs when you cannot even do 1. Understand? So watch out for this comparison. Watch out for this conversation. Watch out for this excuse or justification to avoid doing 1 because you way you die to send 100. How can I do 100? Because that conversation You don't even do one. Okay? Do one. Do something. Okay? All right, good. Number 4, cannot find suitable time to present, right? Then fire no more. Okay, so this guy probably is like, you know, cannot find a suitable time to present. Okay, so sometimes you're talking to the prospect, and then he's asking questions, you're talking, and then you don't know how to切入, you don't know how to, like, you know, when to start to say, okay, hey, you want to know about the business or not, right? And there's a few ways, right? And I've shared a few ways before. I want to repeat this again. Okay, so number 4, use the 3 card approach, 3张卡, the 3 cards approach, right? The 3张牌 or 3 cards approach, right? And the first card is, hey, by the way, hey, what do you think of me doing Nu Skin? Yeah, number 1. And number 2, hey, so have you ever thought about a business opportunity yourself? I mean, have you thought about, you know, doing something or earn extra income or something? Have you? Number 2, this, whatever their answer, they don't care. Number 3 is, you know what? You know, I've actually never shared with you my business before. Huh? Hey, come, let me share with you. Or, hey, you know what? Hey, give me 10 minutes. I'll show you how I make money. Okay. Hey, give me 15 minutes. Let me just share with you briefly what I do, and see if you know anybody be interested about this business. Okay. So 3 cards, right? What's your opinion on me doing Nu Skin? Have you thought about opportunity yourself? Hey, give me 10 minutes. Let me show you what I do. 3 cards. Now, when you do these 3 cards, you don't really need to have a specific time. Hey, you know, my friend, you know, I really want to talk about this. You don't have to do that. You just open 开门见山, okay? The opinion first, right? So, and he knows you know, and you're asking for his opinion, and his opinion is probably going to be positive. He's not going to screw you, right? He says, oh yeah, okay, not bad. Oh, why not? Okay, no, right? And then ask him, has he ever thought about opportunity? Listen to some of his reasons or why he doesn't, and then just go, you know what? Let me show you what I do. Okay, so do that. That's one way. Okay. Sometimes, you know, you just have to focus out, not focus in, right? When you are having this problem, number 4, I cannot find it, because you're trying to find the perfect time, the most suitable time, so that your friend don't reject you. That's what you're trying to tell me. Can you find a suitable time when your friend doesn't reject you? That's what you're trying to say. But my point is this, right? There will never be a perfect or suitable time. You never know what it is, okay? However, if you focus out, not focus in, because focusing in is like, oh, yo, he's gonna reject me. How can I find the perfect time to ask him so he doesn't reject me? If he reject me, I'm going to die. I cannot find. I'm paiseh. That's what's happening. You're focusing in. But if you focus out, you're thinking, how can I benefit him? Can this opportunity help him or not? And if it doesn't, who else will he know that can help somebody else? You're focusing out. Okay, so you have to learn to focus out, right? And say, hey, you know what? I don't know if it's a good time or not. I don't know if it's a good time. You need to tell them, I don't know if it's a good time. But hey, can I share with you what I do? Just that. Qualify the statement, right? By saying, you know, I don't know if this is a perfect time. Just say it. I don't know if this is a suitable time. I don't know if this is the right time. But can I share with you what I do? Can I share with you this business platform, this franchising system, this business opportunity, right? In just 15 minutes. Because by saying, I don't know if this is the perfect time, your friend will say, yeah, it's okay, like anything lah. They're very forgiving. I don't know if this is the right time, right? But can I? Is it okay? Okay. So remember, you can use this word. For them to say okay, you must use the word okay first. So remember this, right? Write this down. I don't know if this is the right time, but is it okay if I share with you? So use it okay. And most likely the answer is okay. Okay? So I'm not sure if this is the right time, but is it okay? Is it okay? Okay. So is it okay if I share with you? Is it okay if I do a napkin video? Is it okay? Right? All right. Okay, number 5. Takes too long to reach out. Qualify. Okay, you know what? I just want to check with you guys because I'm talking to everybody. So I just want you guys to you guys here? Everybody okay? Reply. Everybody okay? Hello.
Hello.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Good, good. Okay, so number 5. Take too long to reach out, qualify, invite. Okay, now again, this is the reason you take too long. Number 1 is maybe because you take a long time to qualify. Okay, so okay, fine, but that takes practice. The more you do it, the more. It doesn't matter if it takes too long, as long as you do it, isn't it? Right? Don't worry if it takes too long, as long as you do it. And don't worry if it takes too long, because every time when you're learning, right? And when you review with your upline, that means you're learning, you're picking up. Then eventually you will know how to ask the right question, and you will be able to get it faster and faster. Okay, so don't worry about that. However, if it's taking too long because you're trying to avoid, you're taking too long because you're looking for the perfect time, you're taking too long because you're afraid that person will reject you, then you need to use what I just shared just now, right? Hey, I know it's not the perfect time, but it is okay if I share with you. Just do that. And then sometimes you don't have to qualify to find out everything and 100% information, okay? So always remember this. If you have 60% of the information, go ahead and do it, right? If you have 60% of the information, do it already. The reason why is this. The number 1 problem in the world is money is not enough. You're presenting a business plan that helps them make more money. Do you think that it is very far away from what they want? Of course not. If everybody's problem is making money, you're just giving them one way to make money, I'm sure they would be interested, maybe not in Nu Skin as a vehicle, but they're interested in money. True or not? So you don't have to qualify and tune everything perfect, and then say, I got an opportunity for you, right? If you have 60% and you feel that, yes, it's about time, right? Go ahead and do it. And remember the signs I told you, the sign of you want to do, you don't want to do, you're scared to do, and then that is the sign to do it anyway, okay? Trust your heart. Your heart is telling you to go, but your brain is making you afraid. Trust your heart. Do it, okay? Guess what? If no one knows, right? No one knows, it doesn't matter. But you're throwing a dart, you're shooting a gun in a target that is money, and everybody's target about money is very big. You will sure hit something, okay? If this person totally, there's nobody who totally doesn't want money. Everybody wants money. He will know somebody who needs it. Because why? Trust that you are not hard selling. Trust that you are not forcing the person to do. Trust that you're professional in providing a business opportunity from a New York listed company, from scientific clinical testings and all the good stuff. Trust that Nu Skin is good enough that they will say, it's not bad. Huh? Wow, yeah. You're not like other people and show me your car, show me your house, show me how much money you have. You show me facts, data, and your heart and sincere. You're different than them, right? Because if you show your car and you attract people, then maybe they're the wrong people. Maybe these people want quick money, right? So show what you have, show your heart, show the team, show the culture, right? And you will attract the people you want to attract, okay? Right? Remember, we're not looking for people who want quick money, all right? We're not looking for those people. We're looking for people who want to change their life, right? So if you're taking too long because you're afraid, then listen to your heart, do it anyway, right? And you have 60% of the information, go ahead, because everybody wants money and you're proposing a way to make more money, okay? All right. And guys, And don't worry if they say no, because you can ask them why, right? And then you will find their reasons and answers. Only then will you be able to untie their knots. I didn't like it because it's unprofessional, but I went to a BMF that showed me that it was very professional, and that knot untied is the reason I'm here today. But you need to know what that knot is. Your job is to untie the knots. Your job is to get the rejection. Your job is to quickly filter them, get the rejection, answer the question to the best of your ability. And when their questions are unanswered, then that's the time, right? You had a certain question answered before you agreed to do the business. Does that make sense? So a lot of people will have lots of questions to ask. Your job is to uncover it. But if you dare not even ask the question, can I share with you? You will never be able to untie them. You will never be able to answer the question. You won't be able to give them this gift of Nu Skin business. Number 6, action is not enough, right? And okay, so you know that. Looking at the slide, right? Looking at the thing, you know, I mean, it's already almost 45 days, right? 1.5 months, more than 1.5 months. And a lot of you are still at 99, right? You're still in the 90s, okay? Now, I don't know what you're doing. And if you tell me action not enough, yeah, action is definitely not enough, okay? Yeah, you guys, you know, 94, 95, 99, 96, 96, 97, guys, right? So what are you doing, right? So action not enough, then do something, right? Take action, yeah? Too slow. Now, you are slow, it's okay. Some people operate slow, I totally understand, right? But if you're slow because you are afraid, then you have to revisit that and take action, like I shared today. The moment you know you are you're fearful, the moment you know you are the most fearless, right? If you're slow because you're afraid, you need to break. If you're slow because you're afraid of rejection, you have to break through, all right? Too slow is something I cannot help you. What can I do? Too slow. I can't do anything, right? You just have to speed up, yeah? And too slow is always a function of fear, okay? Why you walk too slow? Because you're afraid down. You're afraid you'll fall down. Why you do the business slow? Because you're afraid you'll get hurt. It's always about fear, all right? Number 8, think too much. Okay, think too much and forecasting people's life when they're swimming is also the same as too slow, right? Thinking too much is you're trying to think so that you're trying to solve every problem in your brain, right? Try to foresee what potential questions he may ask until you are 80 years old already, okay? Yeah. You think too much is because you are afraid, okay? You are afraid. And I told you already, right? Go watch my video. And if you're afraid and the sign is there and you dare not do it, then you need a breakthrough. You just have to go do it. Thinking too much is just an excuse, okay? I know you know it is an excuse, okay? There's nothing I can do for you, right? But the person who said this, I know who you are. That means it is not because you are slow. No. It's not because you don't know. No. It's not because you're not skilled. No. It's not because you're not confident. No. It is because of fear, okay? Fear of your face, fear of your image, fear of rejection, right? And remember, guys, everyone out there wants money. You are there to give people money. You're a Tyson here to give people money, right? And a lot of people don't know how we do things. A lot of people don't know 5% secret. A lot of people don't know velocity plan. A lot of people don't know what we do, okay? Right? So just get 15 minutes on them and qualify the number one problem in the world is money is not enough. So whether his needs are clear or not clear, the number one need is money is not enough anyway. True? So it's not the profit need is not clear. To me, is just an avoidance. It's just an excuse. It's just you're trying to find the most important need, right? And the need is money, right? And why they need it is a different story. Right? They need it for freedom. They need it for more time. But most likely, most people want it for time. Most likely, want people to change their life. People want to have a better life. People want to change their next generation life as well, right? So the needs are pretty much there already. The issue with number 9, prospects needs are not clear, is not that the prospects needs are not clear. You are not clear with what you need to do. Like I said, 60% of the information is there. You don't need clarity. You don't need so clear as to know exactly what they need. You can already go in there and present once you roughly know, right, 60% of what they want already, okay? Number 10, prospects lose interest later. It's true. People don't always, number 10, people don't think of you all the time when they're working. Oh, you know, Sam is thinking of prospecting me, or yeah, you know, they don't think of you, right? They think of their life. They think of their problem. They think of their reports. They think of their challenges. They think of their credit card bill. They think of their children. They think of their spouse. They think of, right? So yeah, of course they will lose interest, right? Isn't that? So, you know, so you sometimes it's timing that, you know, you talk to them in the morning, at night they're thinking about their report, and it's not your problem. It's timing, okay? So don't make a conclusion and say, yeah, the project lose interest one, yeah, and then you say, I cannot do one. Timing, guys, right? Be patient, right? Talk to somebody else, right? Maybe that person needs to be reminded. Maybe you need to post something to kind of remind that guy, right? Indirectly, and say, oh, you know, yeah, I forgot to answer that question, right? So be patient. Be compassionate. Be compassionate with people, because people have challenges in their life. If they lose interest, it's okay, because they have to feed the children, they have to drive the traffic jam, they have to, you know, so people have a lot of challenges in their life. Be compassionate, right? And then qualify them again, reconnect with them again, remind them again, okay? All right. Don't know how to ask qualified questions to be interested in Nu Skin, don't know how to qualify. So just now in number 3, right, and 4 already give you some ways, right, how to ask qualified questions. Now go to the success handbook, right, success handbook. I hope that you have a success handbook. All right, you have a success handbook, so write down there, go and read success handbook under how to qualify. I've given 4 steps in the success handbook how to qualify. Go read how to qualify, okay? Questions. You can always ask the 5 golden questions on how to qualify. Or you can always use the 3 cards, very simple approach, 3 cards question, right? And ask those 3 questions too, right? Because again, you know, you're trying to find the qualify the person completely. Yes, it is important to qualify the person, but you don't have to qualify the person until 100% of the information, okay? Like I said, 60% is okay, because what is most of the time the problem is not that. Most of the time the problem is whether or not you dare to ask the question, can I present to you? Looking at the data of everybody here, right? 997, that it's not that you don't know, it is that you didn't do it, you didn't ask the question. 你不敢去问, that is the problem, okay? It's not, you know, how do I ask the best questions to make sure that they're interested? If you are happy and you are excited and you live your life passionately and you walk fast and you are very busy and you are going everywhere And when your friends look at you, wow, how come so much, so excited one? How come so busy one? How come you're doing something? How come you're so passionate? Right? That will cause people to ask, hey, how come you're so passionate? Hey, you mean Nu Skin can do what? Wow, you see, you're so busy. You must be making a lot of money, man. You see, I didn't ask a question. What I post a lot. I share stories. I go visit here. I go there. So live your life to the max, right? So that people will come, so that you will attract people who want that kind of life to be with you, to question you and be curious about your life, right? Then you don't need to have any qualified questions. They will ask you, hey, how come like that one? You mean Nu Skin can do? Hey, how to do? Does it make sense? Right? You know how Angie has, and then sometimes we see Angie screenshot and she shares, right? Of people like that and other people as well, other leaders as well, you know, never like, never comment, suddenly like, suddenly comment and ask, you know, I think it's about time I want to do Nu Skin already. Why is that happening? Because they're living their life. They're sharing they're sharing all sorts of aspects of their life that they're attracting people, right? And then people say, hey, I think I want to do right? They didn't have to ask any qualified questions. Does that make sense? Right? So go look at the Success Handbook for the questions that you want to ask. Very important, review with your upline, because from there you will learn many other qualifying questions as well. Okay? Hey, Jack. Yeah. Casey is not here. Maybe I'll ask her to call you back later. Okay. So, number 12. Okay. Don't know how to be human. Okay. No. Again, this is you I know who you are, and 人性化, I think what you're trying to say. Okay, so how to connect, you know, connecting with people, right? So that the other people want to connect with you, right? So if you're not human, then people will treat you like people will not connect with you if you're not human, isn't it? Right? And to be human is to be able to connect with people, right? So what you want to learn to do is to learn how to build relationship, right? Learn how to build relationship, right? So if you don't know how to be human, you need to learn how to build relationship. All right, so there's a few things you can do. Number one, right, this is a very good book to read, and maybe most of you have read this book already, is how to I'm trying to look for the book. how to make friends and influence people. Yeah, right, by Dale Carnegie, I believe, or Andrew Carnegie, I can't remember, right? How to win friends and influence people, right? It's one of the most basic books in Chinese, is 人性的弱点, all right? So go read that book, right? And maybe you read it before, go read it again, right? Refresh yourself, because last time when you read this book, you weren't doing Nu Skin. So you were reading the book as an employee. So as an employee reading the book is like, okay, like that doesn't mean much to me. But when you're doing Nu Skin, you realize that, oh my shit, I probably have to remember my prospect's name. I probably have to call his name. I probably have to smile more, right? Because when you face a prospect, you say, but when you face your colleague, is, why do you want to smile with him for what, right? So it's different, isn't it, right? So that book. And how to build relationship. There's a lot of books on how to build relationship. One of the ways to build relationship is to understand the person's quadrant. Remember the 4 quadrants? If you understand the person's quadrant, then you will be able to learn how to connect with that person. If the person is a promoter, then up your energy. If the person is a supporter, use your heart. If the person is a controller, speak with facts. If the person is an analyzer, speak with and don't be too excited, you know, tone down, use your heart, connect with the person, and speak in that language, right? That's one way that you can connect with a human being, okay? 13, want to close product and business, eventually both can. Okay, so be focused in what you need to do. If you're closing the product, close the product. But always remember to switch, right? Switch to, and maybe share the TR90 1, 2, 3, or to share the personal story. Whether you close the product, you know, even if you're closing product, I hope that you're already sharing your personal story, either in front, either in the beginning, you share the personal story already, and your personal story can already have business aspects already. I use the product. I'm very thankful. My friend recommended the product to me. I use product. It changed. I really see the benefit of it. But behind the product, I saw a very big opportunity. I recommend a few friends, and guess what? I got back my investment. So it's actually a very, very good business opportunity. You know, I learned a lot. See, from your personal story alone, you can actually turn it into a business sharing as well. Okay, and be focused. Right. So yes, it's true. Sometimes you need practice. You need to be focused. You need practice, and to either close the business, because when you do the business and you close the business, the way to close the business is to start with TR90. Okay. All right. So you need to, and sometimes it takes time. Don't worry. Okay. But as long as you have the courage to present the business, you're on track. Okay. Number 14, no confidence to share business, no fire to share, people ignore the response. Now again, look at the video I shared, right? This is very similar to point number two, okay? Number 2. So no confidence to share business, I've answered that already. No fire to share. Now guys, you got to be excited. I always tell you that you got to be excited, right? You want to be excited about the potential of the business. Be excited that you are doing a business. Be excited that you're doing business that helps other people become successful. You're excited because this business will help you achieve your freedom. You have to be excited, right? Right? You have to be excited about the potential of the business. So be excited. You don't do this business and you feel sad. Yeah, this business. Why you be sad? What you're thinking that you'll be failing, you're thinking that you will fail, you think that you'll waste money, you think that you will burn money, you think that your investment will never come back. If you are presenting the business and you're not excited, that's what you are sharing. This business can do, you know, if you do your best, it's hard work one I must do. If you're sharing it this way, then you're telling the prospect the future is not exciting. In fact, can die one, you know. So better not do. But if you're doing this business and you know that you were successful, eventually become successful, then you must share it with excitement, isn't it, right? Okay, so if people ignore or don't respond, 2 things. Number 1, check how you approach them. Are you being too pushy? Are you sending them messages every minute, every day, or right? Check in on yourself. People ignore you. Are you posting too many new skin things? Remember the 1-to-4 ratio. If you're doing new skin, definitely people will ignore you, okay? So make sure you have lifestyle, 4 lifestyle, 1 business, 4 lifestyle, 1 business, okay? If people don't respond to you, maybe they're busy, okay? Or check in on what you're doing, what you're saying. Are you too pushy, okay? You can always send them a greeting. You can always say, "Hey, are you back in Penang? Are you back in Malaysia?" And people will always respond to you for that one, okay? Number 15, own transformation not good. Okay, so you have to work on your transformation. If your transformation is not good, use a product that gives you a better transformation, okay? If you use TR90 but you didn't slim down that much, then you have to work on slimming down. If you believe the business, you have to. And there's so many testimonials, then you have to find a way to slim down. You have to be more rigorous on your 3-3-3-3. You have to do more exercise. You have to eat more healthily. You just have to do it. There's no other reason for that, okay? So and if you need another set, do another set. If you need a 1 month, do the 1 month. If you just want to do trim shake, just do trim shake, okay? leverage other leaders' testimonial, leverage spa, leverage your thing. Although sometimes you may not have lost a lot of weight, but you have your shape change, which is fine, right? Maybe you didn't lose a lot of weight, or your shape didn't change that much, but your blood pressure no more. All right, so look at those things. Yeah. Number 16, take too long to prepare yourself. 16 is also the same thing as other ones I've said. If you're thinking too much, you're doing too slow, you're not taking enough action, it is also because of fear. You're taking too long to prepare yourself is because you are afraid. Okay, you're afraid. You just have to go and do it. Your break. You just have to do it. There's no. I think we have enough information. If you don't have information, Live Young Club has so much information for you. Your uplines have enough information for you already. You don't know how to manage your information. You have to tell your upline, and he'll teach you how to manage where to put your information so that it's easily that you can easily get the information. Okay. 17. Prospects not confident, start lazy to learn. So if the prospect is not confident to start, you cannot push them. Show them how other people who are not confident also can do. If the person is lazy, then they're lazy. There's nothing you can do. That means that they're not very motivated by what they want. Find something that they're motivated with. Lazy to learn, then ask him to go to 9 to 5 job. No need to learn one. Okay, just go to the job. Okay. If people say, actually, I don't need this, I'm actually okay, then congratulate them, right? Because they're okay, right? And wish them well that they're okay. And let them and say this, you know, if your situation changes in the future, write this down. If your situation changes in the future, make sure maybe if your situation changes in the future, let's discuss again. Okay, and most likely he'll say, yeah, let's discuss again. Okay, so when his situation changes, he'll come back to see you. So you're putting in a condition that, hey, you know what? Hey, congratulations. If your situation changes in the future and you're still looking to earn extra income or passive income or to have more time in your life, hey, make sure to come back to me. Okay, so have a very good statement like this. So type it out. Everybody can use this. Share this in the group here so that everybody can use this statement. All right. Number 18. Still in comfort zone, no goal set. Well, if you say this, that you're still in a comfort zone and, oh, I've not set my goal yet, this is just an excuse, right? This is an excuse you keep telling yourself. This is the justification you keep telling yourself so that you don't have to take the action, so that your upline has to find a way to kick you out of that comfort zone. And you're saying this because you are just lazy. Yeah, you're lazy. Okay? So if you are able to even tell people that your comfort zone is because you're not willing to put in the effort. Okay? If this business, all you need to succeed in this business is put in the effort. Talk to people. If they say no, next. If they say no, next. Find the right person, and you just keep doing that over until you find the right person. Why is it difficult? It is difficult only because you have to put in the effort, right? And if you're lazy, you're not willing to put the effort, it's very easy to always say, I'm still in my comfort zone. Okay? Now, this just doesn't apply to one person. It applies to all of us. Sometimes we will always say, yeah, I'm still in my comfort zone. That's just an excuse, right? That's just an excuse to tell everybody, right, that I'm in my comfort zone. So what do you expect people to do? Kick you out? The only person that can kick you out of your comfort zone is you. You have to do it. You just have to act. You just have to go and do it. But if you say that it's just a justification for you to be allowed to be in your very nice comfort zone. 我在 comfort zone 里面，我是这样子。There's no action. There's nothing can be done, right? So you have to kick yourself out, right? And then you continue to say I have no goal, because the only way to get out of comfort zone is that you have a goal. And because you say I have no goal, that further justifies why you must still be in the comfort zone. Does that make sense? Right. It's like this circle. Very smart. People who say this are very smart. They cover all the grounds already. Now, there's not that you don't have a goal. You have a goal. The goal is time and financial freedom. The goal is to become successful. The goal is to be financially free. The goal is to have enough money that you don't have to worry about when you go to a restaurant, that you do have to look at prices. The goal is that you and your husband don't have to work anymore. The goal is that your next generation are happy, don't have money problem. That is the goal. There's no other goal, right? The other goals are go to Istanbul. Those are short-term goals. Those are goals that we must fight for. There's a target that we aim for. Understand? There is always a goal. Don't tell me there's no goal. The goal is to become successful. The goal is to have a type 5 life. So go and do it. 19, too excited, share until overlook prospect. Okay, good. So if you're too excited, which is good, right? I'd rather you be excited, right? Then what you want to do is ask questions, all right? So if you share a lot and you sometimes talk a lot, then you need to give some time to ask questions, right? Now remember this, if you share a lot, it is also a function of fear. If you talk a lot, it is also a function of fear. Or what do you mean a function of fear? The reason you talk so much is because you are afraid that they will reject you. Because if this price is very good, I'm telling you it's very good. I'm so excited. I share with that person, it's good. And then it's very good. So it's very good. You're trying to say so much. You don't give the person any chance for them to reject you. That's why you talk so much. See, that's something that you're trying to avoid. You're trying to avoid the closing. So you talk. And I bet it's not that you keep talking, you also avoid closing, right? Because you avoid to get the rejection. So watch out. If you're talking so fast and talking all the time because you're afraid that there's a quiet zone that they will say, okay, I want to go, then that is also fear. Fear, okay? So ask questions. Be confident with yourself, all right? If they're going to say no, let them say no. Rather they say no, then you talk so much and then they say, oh, this one very pushy, cannot talk. Don't even ask me questions. Be professional. Ask them, hey, by the way, does that make sense? Hey, by the way, do you know anybody who might be interested in this? Hey, by the way, ask questions. Check for their understanding, okay? All right. 20, I'm too hard sell, keep selling. Well, same thing. 20 and 19 are the same thing, the same concept. You're either too afraid to pause and ask questions for them to reject you, which you're so afraid of. So you hard sell, right? Buy, okay? So don't be hard sell. Sometimes if they're good, your good friend, they will buy one time. And then they'll tell everybody else, hey, hard sell one, don't do that. Then you're only spoiling your market only, okay? All right. Guys, our products are so good, you don't have to hard sell them. You just have to be able to answer the questions that they have. You don't have to, it is very good, you must buy. Just tell them the information, show them the testimonies, tell them many sort. Now this person, now the reason he wanted to lose weight was because A, B, C, D, E. Now my upline who introduced me, you see his transformation, the transformation, after his transformation, this is what he received, this is what the benefits he has. Sell the results, sell the testimonials, okay? Number 21, scared of making mistakes, of course. Scared of making mistakes is also scared of rejection, scared of failing, all right? So probably, again, you know, what kind of mistake will you actually make in Nu Skin? Do you think you give them the wrong information? Do they know it's the wrong information? Probably not. And if they know it's the wrong information, you just say, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Give them the right information. If you don't have the information, you know what, that's a good question. I don't know the answer. Let me get back to you. I think that will make you more professional than simply saying anything, okay? Scared of making mistakes? If you're telling me that you're afraid of mistakes, then I'm going to tell you, make more mistakes, okay? Make more mistakes until you know enough that you're not going to make any more mistakes. Does it make sense? Go make a mistake. It's okay. Nu Skin, what's going to happen, right? Nothing's going to happen, right? What's the worst that could happen? Nothing. Nothing was going to happen, right? You say the wrong information, it doesn't matter. Go back and revisit it later. It's okay. You just want them to see 5%, 6 levels. You want them to hear your personal story and other people's personal story. That's all, okay? There's no mistakes to be made. What kind of mistakes are you talking about that can make, okay? If you're afraid of making mistakes, send me the mistakes that you're afraid that you're going to make. I'll tell you whether or not it's a mistake or not, okay? 22, not brush up my napkin skills. Now, okay, guys, I'm a bit disappointed if you keep telling me that I have not brushed up my napkin. You have already, it's February 18th, right? we have gone through 48 days of this year already. And in 48 days of this year, you haven't practiced your napkin BOM, and you're telling me I've not brushed up my napkin BOM. Hey, come on. You know, I'm never disappointed one in a sense, but this I have to be disappointed like in a sense. Come on. Napkin BOM, you must learn, right? Within the first 1-2 months, you must learn, right? If you're not good, it's okay, but you must practice, okay? I mean, if you want to be good, do one every day lah. And you don't have prospects, then do one to yourself every day lah. Come on, right? And you want to know if it's good or not, you do one to your upline. I said, upline, take a look at my napkin BOM and let them check. You mean that in the past 45 days, you have not met your upline? Cannot be, ma, right? You cannot meet any sidelines. Hey, sideline, come in. Let me do a napkin. You check and see if it's good or not. Give me some feedback. Come on, you can, right? So please, practice your napkin BOM, right? Because I don't want you guys to fail. I don't want you to tell me 6 months from now, one cannot do one, cannot find anyone, you know, because look at the data, guys, right? 96, 99, 89, 95, 90, you're not doing enough, guys, right? You're not doing enough, right? Now, I trust that you guys will be able to do and succeed in Nu Skin business, right? Certain breakthroughs are needed, right? But I hope that we're addressing all those breakthroughs that are needed. I hope that today, I've answered a lot of your questions and your challenges, and you realize there are just basically a lot of them is breakthrough, fear, knowing the skill sets of doing it, reading some books, right? And watching some videos to do it. I hope that that gives you some perspectives of, you know, what you need to do in this business. Does it make sense, guys? All right. Let me see here. Yeah, some of you are writing some questions. Oh, okay. Oh, awesome. The thing is, you write all the notes here, right? I mean, I hope you guys are still writing. How come so little? Yeah. Okay, guys, you know, as a team, you guys need to write down, okay? As a team, if I've answered your question, can you please write down your answers to your questions in the chat group so that everybody can learn. Don't feel bad that, you know, about your questions, okay? This is a learning experience, right? And if you had the courage to put it down there with your name on it, I truly respect that, you know, I truly respect that. And it tells me that you are a person with guts, you are a person who has courage, you're a person who wants to help other people, okay? So go ahead, if I've answered your question, write it down there. And if you write it down there, not only will you take note again about what it is that you need to do, you will also help other people as well, okay? So I'm gonna unmute everybody here. And do you have any questions that you So if there's not any questions, this whole I'll put the link to again. And all right. So I hope that you guys got value today. All right. So let's give each other a round of applause. Good job. Thank you for asking, sharing with everybody. Very good. All right. Good night, guys. Good night. Good night. Good night. The note from the chat group. I hope that you that you can copy the notes that you have written and post it inside the chat group. Can you do that? Can you quickly do that? Whoever that is writing in the chat group, if you can post, you can post it so that we can so that we don't lose it. Yeah.